Briefing content. On December 21, 2024, The Economist magazine announced this year's Country of the Year. This award is not given to the wealthiest, happiest, or most moral country, but to the country that has made the most progress in the past 12 months. This year's recipient is Greece, recognized for successfully emerging from a prolonged economic crisis and re-electing a rational centrist government. In the coverage of the 2016 U.S. presidential election, several significant events occurred in September. Arrest warrants were issued for the Green Party's presidential and vice presidential candidates. Trump made new comments regarding Obama's birthplace as the birther king, and a write-in candidate aiming for a libertarian campaign was interviewed by Wiki News. Overall, in September, Hillary Clinton led Trump in the polls, although Trump garnered some unexpected support. The performances of both candidates in their first debate sparked widespread discussion. Other noteworthy events included legal disputes involving the Green Party candidate and the birther king's changing stance on Trump. Briefing. Marriage requires mutual maintenance to avoid falling into the traps of monotony, fatigue, estrangement, and separation. Wives can take specific actions to make their husbands happier. 1. Acknowledge their husband's efforts, offering sincere praise and gratitude to enhance his sense of self-worth and emotional connection. 2. Understand their husband's love language and express affection in ways he appreciates, allowing him to feel loved. 3. Support and encourage their husband's interests and personal development, making him feel valued and supported. 4. Attentively consider their husband's needs, expressing care through actions that make him feel seen and cherished. 5. Listen to their husband's concerns, empathizing with his feelings to make him feel heard and understood. 6. Learn to let go of minor issues, showing tolerance and understanding. 7. Engage in fun activities together to strengthen their bond and create joyful memories. When a wife actively maintains emotional connection with her husband, a sense of happiness naturally arises. The husband will also be more willing to express his needs and fulfill his wife's desires, leading to a more stable and fulfilling marital relationship. National Geographic's December 2024 issue highlights. National Geographic magazine released its annual selection of photos in the December 2024 issue, capturing the most beautiful and moving moments in nature. Editors selected 20 outstanding works from 2.3 million photographs, showcasing remarkable moments involving animals, humans, and natural landscapes. Highlights include 1. A rare black Bengal tiger patrolling the Similipal Tiger Reserve in India. This black tiger is a rare variant of the Bengal tiger, possessing fused stripes due to a genetic mutation. 2. A young emperor penguin jumping from a 50-foot cliff into the water for its first swim. Due to climate change, penguins are nesting at higher ice shelves. 3. A scene of Mexican free-tailed bats flying out of the Frio Cave in southern Texas. This cave serves as a habitat for approximately 10 million bats during the spring and summer seasons. 4. A rare simultaneous emergence of periodic cicadas in Springfield, Illinois. This marks the first time in 221 years that the 13th brood of 17-year cicadas and the 19th brood of 13-year cicadas have appeared together. 5. A scientist holding a 70-day-old rhinoceros fetus, a successful outcome of in vitro fertilization technology. This technique offers new hope for saving the critically endangered northern white rhino. These stunning moments vividly showcase the wonders of nature, providing us with a moment of respite from the chaotic political landscape and immersing us in the beauty of the natural world. More selected photos can be appreciated on the National Geographic website. December 21, 2024 Briefing. Topic: Forbes magazine report. 1. Biodegradable polyurethane can decompose in seawater. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego, have discovered that a polyurethane previously used for biodegradable land products can also decompose in seawater. This polyurethane has been used as a plastic alternative in foams and footwear. The study found that marine bacteria and fungi attach to the polyurethane and break it down for consumption. After 4 weeks, the polyurethane showed detectable degradation progress. This provides a new solution for reducing marine plastic pollution. 2. Subway founder Fred DeLuca passes away. Subway founder Fred DeLuca passed away on September 16, 2015, at the age of 67 due to leukemia. He opened the first sandwich shop in 1965, which later grew into the world's largest fast food chain, with 44,000 locations in 110 countries. 3. California Billionaires List. According to the Forbes 400 list of billionaires, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has become the richest person in America, with a net worth of $400 billion. Over 20% of the billionaires on the list are from California, including Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg, Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, and Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin. The 5 wealthiest counties in California include San Mateo County, Santa Clara County, Marin County, San Francisco County, and Alameda County. Overall, these articles report on the developments in biodegradable polyurethane research, the passing of Subway's founder, and the latest updates on California's billionaires. This information is significant for understanding the development of environmental technologies, corporate transformations, and California's economic conditions. December 21, 2024 Briefing. Topic: Fortune Magazine. Summary. This briefing summarizes key events from July regarding the 2016 U.S. presidential election. In early July, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton met with the FBI regarding her use of a private email server during her tenure as Secretary of State. Subsequently, FBI Director James Comey announced that no criminal charges would be brought against Clinton, but noted her carelessness in handling classified state information. Republican candidate Donald Trump criticized this decision as a complete proof that the system is rigged. In mid-July, Trump officially announced his selection of Indiana Governor Mike Pence as his running mate. This choice was seen as a way to unify the Republican Party. Meanwhile, some divisions emerged within the Democratic Party, as Sanders, despite withdrawing from the race, had some supporters expressing dissatisfaction at the Democratic National Convention. During the Republican National Convention, Trump accepted the Republican presidential nomination and delivered the longest acceptance speech in nearly 40 years. In his speech, he emphasized the theme of law and order and proposed policies such as building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border and restricting immigration from countries with a history of terrorism. At the Democratic National Convention, Hillary Clinton officially received the Democratic presidential nomination, becoming the first woman in U.S. history to receive a major party's presidential nomination. Her husband, former President Bill Clinton, delivered an emotional speech highlighting her political achievements. Overall, July 2016 marked an intense phase in the U.S. presidential election, with both party candidates engaged in fierce competition. At one point, Trump and Clinton were nearly tied in the polls, reflecting the complex attitudes of American voters towards both candidates. Briefing content. December 21, 2024. Topic: iPad user privacy breach and Satyam financial fraud scandal. iPad user privacy breach. Hackers exploited a vulnerability in AT&T's website to obtain the email addresses of 114,000 iPad users, including politicians and corporate executives. The FBI has launched an investigation into the incident and requested Gawker Media to preserve relevant information. AT&T stated that it has closed the vulnerability and will notify affected users. Satyam financial fraud scandal. Satyam's founder, Ramlinga Raju, admitted to serious financial fraud in the company's financial statements, exaggerating cash reserves and profits. This is the largest corporate fraud case in Indian history, severely damaging the image of Indian businesses. The Indian government has taken over Satyam and formed a new management team consisting of 3 independent directors. This incident has triggered an investigation into the auditing firm PwC and raised a trust crisis for the entire Indian IT industry. Summary: both incidents involve privacy breaches and financial fraud, highlighting the importance of information security and corporate integrity. Governments and regulatory agencies need to take effective measures to protect public interests and maintain market order. Briefing. Oral health is closely related to overall health. 1. Bacteria that form plaque can lead to oral diseases such as cavities and periodontal disease, and may also trigger systemic diseases like diabetes and cardiovascular disease. 2. Good oral hygiene habits are key to preventing oral diseases, including brushing twice a day for 2 minutes, using fluoride toothpaste and antibacterial mouthwash, and regular dental visits. 3. Electric toothbrushes are more effective than manual ones, reducing plaque and gum bleeding. Using dental floss is essential for cleaning between teeth. 4. Toothpaste and mouthwash contain antibacterial ingredients that help control bacteria, preventing cavities and periodontal disease. 5. Regular dental visits and professional cleanings are important measures for maintaining oral health, allowing for timely detection and treatment of issues. Preventive care is more cost-effective than restorative treatment. In summary, through good daily oral care habits and regular dental visits, individuals can not only maintain oral health but also prevent systemic diseases, which is significant for personal health and medical expenses. Briefing. Climate change exacerbates extreme weather events. Recent studies have found a significant positive correlation between rising global temperatures and the intensity and frequency of hydrological extreme events. NASA scientists discovered that between 2002 and 2021, a total of 1,066 regions worldwide experienced extreme hydrological events such as severe droughts or heavy rainfall. Among these, the number of the most extreme 30 drought or rainfall events increased from 3 to 4 per year from 2015 to 2021, showing a clear upward trend. The study points out that this trend is closely related to the past 7 years being the hottest on record. With global warming, extreme weather events are expected to become more frequent and severe, further intensifying droughts and heavy rainfall. This finding provides important evidence for managing water resources and flood mitigation in response to climate change. Experts indicate that we need to prepare for and enhance our disaster resilience to tackle the increasingly severe challenges posed by extreme weather. Additionally, 2 recent papers published in Nature have found that isoprene gas released by plants forms new particulate matter in the upper troposphere, which may be an important new mechanism for particulate matter generation that needs to be incorporated into climate models. These studies help improve our understanding of the sources and distribution of particulate matter in the atmosphere, providing new perspectives for enhancing weather and climate forecasting. 2024 News Overview. This article summarizes several important reports from the New Yorker magazine in 2024, outlining the major news events and social hot topics of the year. In music, Taylor Swift's comeback, an unexpected collaboration in online rap, and the bizarre sampling of Over the Rainbow became highlights of the year. Meanwhile, the online series Skibbity Toilet and its related vocabulary entered people's lives around March. In the political and social arena, readers were most concerned with topics such as identity fraud, Kanye West, the turbulent U.S. election, and its aftermath. Regarding climate change, scientists continue to explore the reasons behind the sustained unexpected rise in temperatures, but the severe consequences have already become clear. In entertainment, despite a general downturn in television, a few truly outstanding works stood out. In film, the best works of the year reflected the ongoing expansion of cinematic art. Additionally, animal characters like Mudang, Crumbs, and Pilaf became emotional touchstones for many. In performance, characters like the middle-aged killer Tom Ripley, the alcoholic Mary Todd Lincoln, and an unexpected duet at the Grammys emerged as the year's best performances. Although the podcast industry faced turmoil, both established and emerging shows continued to innovate, covering topics such as Elon Musk, high school cold cases, and our relationship with death. Overall, 2024 was a tumultuous and eventful year, but it also witnessed continuous progress in artistic creation and people's relentless pursuit of beauty. Harvard Business Review Briefing. December 21, 2024. Key Content Summary. 1. The presence of long-term independent directors can serve as an effective corporate governance mechanism, leading to better performance and reduced external risks. However, boards should not have too many long-term directors, as this can lead to rigidity. Maintaining 1 to 2 long-term directors is crucial, providing stability, knowledge, and credible oversight. Long-term directors should be viewed as part of the company's growth rather than being subject to strict term limits. 2. Companies generally believe that competing through business models is crucial for success, yet few truly master how to do so. A common mistake is that companies focus too much on innovating business models and independently assessing their effectiveness, neglecting how their models interact with those of other industry participants. Success largely depends on how a business model interacts with competitors' models. Companies need to recognize the dynamic nature of business models and design models that can create winner-takes-all effects. 3. Market size is important. How can executives be persuaded to allocate resources for developing new products or services? Data analysis is needed to demonstrate market potential, including anticipated customer numbers, price levels, and competitor strategies. Harvard Business Review offers a market size analysis tool to help companies gather necessary data, conduct predictive analysis, and form compelling business cases. 4. Harvard Business School professor Joseph Fuller studies issues related to employment and income polarization, including skills gaps, degree inflation, and the impact of artificial intelligence on employment. He also examines how to improve the income prospects of low-income workers and evaluates the effectiveness of various education-to-employment programs. He is also a co-host of the podcast Managing the Future of Work. In summary, this issue of Harvard Business Review focuses on corporate governance, business model innovation, market analysis, and employment-related topics, providing rich insights and practical tools that are valuable for business managers to consider and learn from. 2024 Fashion Industry Review. 2024 was a year of transformation for the fashion industry. Highlights from Vogue magazine's coverage include: 1. The promotional campaign for the Broadway musical Wicked became one of the year's hot topics. 2. The fashion industry saw a new trend of method acting, with designers beginning to mimic the styles of their own creations in daily life. 3. The emerging fashion element, mudang, swept the globe, becoming one of the year's most influential fashion trends. 4. A wealth of creative new online cultures and influencer IPs emerged in the fashion world. 5. One of the most highly publicized events in the fashion industry was the U.S. presidential election. Additionally, the article revisited the stories of two legendary figures in the fashion world, Vera Wang and Polly Mellon. Vera Wang, who faced strict demands from Polly Mellon while working at Vogue, ultimately grew to become a leading figure in wedding dress design. Polly Mellon, as a senior fashion editor at Vogue, defined the fashion imagery of the 20th century with her unique aesthetic vision. Her professionalism and influence are greatly admired. Overall, the fashion industry in 2024 exhibited diversity, innovation, and globalization, pointing the way forward for future fashion development. December 21, 2024 Briefing. 1. Fashion designers receive royal recognition. 3 of Queen Camilla's favorite fashion designers, Anna Valentine, Fiona Clare, and Philip Tracy, received royal recognition for their years of service to the royal family. Royal recognition is an honor indicating that a company provides goods or services to the royal family. This week, King Charles and Queen Camilla awarded royal recognition to nearly 400 companies. Other recipients include Camilla's longtime hairstylist, beauty brands, and clothing designers. Awardees expressed that this is a moment of pride. 2. Murdoch family power struggle. Rupert Murdoch attempted to change the family trust to position his eldest son Lachlan as his successor, but ultimately failed. The catalyst for this family dispute was the Fox News channel. Other members of the Murdoch family wanted to divest from this controversial yet profitable asset, while Lachlan and Rupert favored retaining it. A court ruling deemed Murdoch's actions as an attempt to manipulate inheritance, resulting in the opposite effect. Family members expressed hope that this lawsuit would help rebuild their relationships. 3. Trump plans to nominate daughter-in-law for Senate. Trump plans to recommend his daughter Ivanka's brother-in-law Lara Trump to replace Marco Rubio in the Senate. This again highlights Trump's preference for appointing family members to key government positions. as he previously appointed his daughter and son-in-law as senior advisors. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis may also be nominated by Trump for Secretary of Defense, though some worry this could give the impression of a quid pro quo. 4. Audemars celebrates female leadership. The luxury watch brand Audemars hosted a private event during Miami Art Week, inviting female executives, cultural influencers, and entrepreneurs. The event included 2 panel discussions exploring the paths of female executives to the C-suite and how athletes are reshaping their professional arenas. Participants shared their career experiences and leadership philosophies, emphasizing the importance of honesty, empathy, and work-life balance. December 21, 2024 briefing. Topic: Review of the 2016 U.S. presidential election. In July 2016, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump received the presidential nominations from the Democratic and Republican parties, respectively. At the Republican National Convention, Trump nominated Mike Pence as his running mate. At the Democratic National Convention, Clinton officially became the first woman to receive a major party's presidential nomination. At the Republican National Convention, Trump emphasized law and order and proposed policies such as building a wall along the Mexican border and banning immigration from countries with a history of terrorism. Clinton articulated her policy proposals at the Democratic Convention, criticizing Trump for stoking fear and painting a dark picture of the nation. During the conventions, WikiLeaks released hacked emails from the Democratic National Committee, revealing bias against Sanders' campaign, which sparked strong protests from Sanders supporters. After the conventions, Trump briefly led Clinton in the polls, but Clinton ultimately surpassed Trump in national opinion polls. Additionally, divisions emerged within the Republican Party, as Ted Cruz failed to endorse Trump during the convention. The article also reported on 2 individuals who had previously interviewed with Wiki News announcing their candidacy for the Reform Party's 2016 presidential nomination, as well as former Congressman Tom Tancredo expressing disappointment in Ted Cruz's speech at the Republican convention. Furthermore, there was an interview with Wiki News featuring Sarah McBride, the first openly transgender speaker at the Democratic convention. In summary, this article provides a comprehensive review of the key events and figures of the 2016 U.S. presidential election, highlighting the most valuable information points and succinctly summarizing the content. Here is a briefing based on the provided multiple articles. December 21, 2024 briefing. 1. Hackers have discovered how to jailbreak digital license plates, allowing them to change license plate numbers at will. This means individuals with this capability can evade tolls and fines, even changing their plates to those of adversaries. 2. Employees at the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, are concerned that the upcoming Trump administration will cancel key projects they believe protect Americans from cyberattacks and other threats, and may even disband the entire agency. 3. The so-called pig butchering scam, which involves defrauding cryptocurrency holders, has become a widespread financial fraud method. Interpol has called for a renaming of this scam to prevent further harm to victims or discourage them from reporting. 4. Drug dealers are openly selling drugs on public online platforms like Instagram, X, and Snapchat, a practice that is becoming increasingly common in Europe. 5. The Federal Aviation Administration has temporarily banned drone flights over dozens of critical infrastructure and utility facilities in New Jersey and New York due to a recent surge in mysterious drone sightings. 6. During the 2020 U.S. presidential election, the issue of birthright became contentious again. Some questioned the eligibility of vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris, arguing she did not meet the natural-born citizen requirement. However, most legal experts deemed these views incorrect. Overall, issues such as cybersecurity, financial fraud, drug trafficking, and political controversies have garnered significant attention in 2024. Wired magazine has provided in-depth coverage and analysis of these hot topics, offering readers comprehensive information. Briefing content. December 21, 2024. 1. New research suggests that the interbreeding of modern humans with Neanderthals may have occurred more recently than previously estimated, around 47,000 years ago. Researchers pinpointed this timeframe through genomic analysis and found that this interbreeding continued for several generations. While the exact location remains uncertain, the Middle East may have been a primary site. Most people today carry some Neanderthal genetic material, accounting for about 1 to 2%. 2. American journalist Gershkovich has been accused of espionage in Russia, marking the first time since the Cold War that a U.S. journalist has faced such charges. U.S. congressional leaders and others condemned this as an attack on press freedom and demanded Gershkovich's immediate release. The U.S. government has stated it will do everything possible to bring him back. 3. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego, have discovered that a polyurethane previously used for biodegradable land products can also decompose in seawater. Experiments showed that marine bacteria and fungi attach to the polyurethane and break it down. This polyurethane can be used to make products like flip-flops, helping to reduce marine plastic pollution. 4. Wives play a crucial role in maintaining a happy marriage. They can make their husbands happier by 1. Acknowledging their efforts, 2. Expressing love in their husband's love language, 3. Supporting their husband's interests and careers, 4. Making their husbands feel valued, 5. Listening to their husband's concerns, 6. Learning to let go of minor issues, 7. Having fun together. These practices help strengthen the emotional connection between couples. In summary, these articles cover various fields, including human evolution, press freedom, environmental protection, and marital relationships, providing rich information and insights. The content is comprehensive, logically structured, and worthy of attention. December 21, 2024 Newsweek Briefing. Overview of the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Democratic presidential candidate Biden leads Republican candidate Trump, but Trump has narrowed the gap following the Republican National Convention. Biden chose California Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate, sparking controversy over natural-born citizen status. Some questioned whether Harris met the eligibility requirements. Libertarian presidential candidate Jo Jorgensen faced a bad attack incident, necessitating rabies prevention injections. The American Independent Party nominated California businessman Rocky de la Fuente for president, selecting rapper Kanye West as his running mate, which stirred some controversy. Overall, the 2020 U.S. presidential election was filled with dramatic events, with candidates vying for votes. The contest between Biden and Trump garnered significant attention, while candidates from smaller parties also sought to secure their place. The election results will have a major impact on the U.S. political landscape for the next 4 years. December 21, 2024 Briefing. Topic: The Atlantic Monthly's coverage of the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Summary. The 2020 U.S. presidential election was filled with drama and controversy. Democratic candidate Biden led Republican candidate Trump, but Trump repeatedly sparked controversy, including questioning mail-in voting, connections to far-right organizations, and his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, third-party candidate Jo Jorgensen successfully made it onto the ballot in all 50 states and proposed a unique Supreme Court reform plan aimed at preventing future court expansions. The conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan also drew comments from candidates, who argued that the U.S. should remain neutral and not get involved. Key information points. 1. Biden leads Trump, but Trump repeatedly sparked controversy, including questioning mail-in voting, connections to far-right organizations, and his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. 2. Third-party candidate Jo Jorgensen successfully made it onto the ballot in all 50 states and proposed a unique Supreme Court reform plan aimed at preventing future court expansions. 3. The conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan drew comments from candidates, who advocated for U.S. neutrality and non-involvement. In summary, the 2020 U.S. presidential election was marked by drama and controversy, with candidates' performances and policy proposals varying widely, sparking extensive discussion and attention. Here is a briefing summarizing the content of the provided multiple articles. Illinois Global Review: University students launch first foreign affairs journal. The Illinois Global Review, IGR, is an emerging student organization at the University of Illinois dedicated to reporting accurate and valuable news from around the world. The journal is divided into 6 geographical sections: North America, Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, and Oceania. Founded by students, IGR aims to provide a platform for students interested in international affairs to communicate and publish their work. Founder Agnes Akanu stated that she established IGR to find a community where discussions about global events could take place. IGR currently has about 15 regular contributors. The organization held its first general meeting in early November, attracting significant attention. IGR hopes to establish connections with relevant academic departments in the future and invite professors to contribute. Despite facing some challenges in the early stages, the founders of IGR view this as a valuable learning experience. They believe that a good leader needs a clear vision while also being adept at listening to others' ideas. In summary, the establishment of IGR provides a new communication platform for students interested in international affairs, reflecting the innovative spirit and community awareness of university students. The journal is steadily developing and is expected to become an important student organization at the University of Illinois in the future. Here is a briefing summarizing the content of the provided multiple articles. December 21, 2024, New Scientist Magazine Briefing. 1. Personal health issues. Since her 20s, the author has faced various breast problems, requiring frequent medical checkups and surgeries. This situation has caused significant distress. 2. OpenAI Dynamics. OpenAI recently launched several new products, including the video generator Sora and integration with Apple's Siri. The company is transitioning to a profit model, sparking intense internal discussions. Co-founder Musk expressed dissatisfaction and sued OpenAI. OpenAI claimed Musk attempted to gain absolute control of the company and merge it with Tesla, but was rejected. Facebook's parent company Meta also expressed dissatisfaction with OpenAI's monetization efforts, calling for a halt to its transition. 3. Biodegradable marine plastics. Researchers at the University of California, San Diego, found that a polyurethane previously used for land biodegradable products can also decompose in seawater. Experiments showed that marine bacteria and fungi can attach to the polyurethane and break it down. This polyurethane can be used to manufacture products like flip-flops, helping to reduce marine plastic pollution. In summary, these articles cover the latest developments and hot topics across various fields, including personal health, dynamics in artificial intelligence companies, and biodegradable plastic technology. The briefing highlights the core information points of each article, aiming for comprehensive content, emphasis on key points, and concise language. December 21, 2024, Briefing. Smithsonian Magazine. This briefing summarizes the main content of 2 articles. 1. On August 23, 2011, a 5.8 magnitude earthquake struck near Mineral, Virginia, at a depth of 27 miles, with tremors felt from Boston to Georgia, as well as inland in Cleveland and Toronto. The earthquake caused damage to the Washington National Cathedral and the Smithsonian Castle, and the Pentagon also experienced flooding due to a burst pipe. Airports and subway systems temporarily halted operations. This was the second strongest earthquake recorded in Virginia. 2. On April 1, 2008, numerous media outlets intentionally published false information on April Fool's Day, such as French President Sarkozy undergoing height enhancement surgery and British Prime Minister Brown collaborating with Carla Bruni to elevate the British public's taste. Google and Virgin also announced some humorous new services. Additionally, some reports that seemed unbelievable were actually true, such as Tai Chi improving diabetes. In summary, these 2 articles reflect the diverse content covered by the Smithsonian Magazine, encompassing earthquake disasters, media rumors, technological innovations, and more, providing rich and engaging content that includes both serious news reporting and entertaining information.